That hot shower you take every morning feels like therapy. But to your body, it's a daily trauma. You think you're just getting clean, but you're actually melting the protective oils right off your skin, forcing your heart to sprint while you're standing still, and even cooking the very systems responsible for your vitality. Most of us ignore the signs. The itchy skin, the post-shower dizziness, that feeling of being drained instead of energized. Today we're exposing exactly what that daily steam session is doing to your biology. And I'll give you the one simple adjustment you need to make to stop the damage and turn your shower into a tool for health. Let's start with your body's first line of defense, your skin. On the surface, you have something called the acid mantle. It's a microscopic, slightly acidic film held together by natural oils like sebum and ceramides. This barrier is what protects you from bacteria, viruses, and environmental pollutants. Now, think about your skin cells like bricks in a wall. The mortar holding those bricks together is made of lipids fats. What happens when you try to wash a greasy pan? You use hot water because heat melts fat. That's simple physics. So, when you stand under scalding water for 10 or 15 minutes, you're literally melting the mortar out of your own biological walls. Once that lipid barrier is liquefied and washed down the drain, your skin loses its ability to hold onto moisture. This is why your skin feels tight, dry, and itchy right after you towel off. You haven't hydrated your skin. You've severely dehydrated it. That redness you see isn't a healthy glow. It's a mild inflammatory response. Your body is rushing blood to the surface in a panic to cool down your tissues, which are under thermal stress. Over time, this chronic inflammation damages the collagen deep in your dermis, which means you are actively accelerating the aging process every single morning. If you do this daily, you can develop a condition known as winter itch, no matter the season, as the damage slowly accumulates until your skin's texture is permanently changed. But the skin is just the wrapper. What's happening underneath is far more dramatic, especially to your cardiovascular system. When that hot water hits your body, your blood vessels dramatically expand in a process called vasodilation. They're trying to release heat to protect your core organs. In a controlled setting like a sauna, this can be beneficial. But in a shower, where you're standing upright, it creates a unique problem. Gravity takes over. With your vessels wide open, blood starts to pool in your legs. To counteract this, your heart has to pump much faster and harder just to get enough blood back up to your brain. This is why some people feel lightheaded or dizzy in a long, hot shower. Your blood pressure suddenly drops and your heart rate spikes to compensate. So, while you might think a hot shower is relaxing your heart, the exact opposite is true. You're forcing it to perform an athletic event while standing perfectly still. For a young, healthy person, the body can handle this stress occasionally. But when you do this every single day for years, you're conditioning your body to associate a simple act of hygiene with intense cardiovascular strain. Then, there's the shock when you step out. You go from a hot, humid environment into a cool, dry bathroom. This rapid temperature drop forces your blood vessels to snap shut, a process called vasoconstriction. This constant yo-yo effect, from wide open to clamped shut, puts unnecessary wear and tear on your arterial walls over the long term. Now, we have to talk about something sensitive: hormonal balance and fertility. Human biology is incredibly precise about temperature. For men, the testes are located outside the body for a very specific reason. Sperm production requires a temperature that is slightly lower than your core body heat. When you submerge that area in water that's 10 or 15 degrees hotter than your body, you are essentially overheating the production line. Studies have consistently shown that wet heat is far more effective at transferring temperature than dry heat. So a hot shower penetrates deeper and faster than just being outside on a hot day. Men who take frequent, long, hot showers or baths often show statistically lower sperm counts and motility. The good news is that this is usually reversible, but only if the source of the heat is removed. And it's not just about that. It's about your hair. The outer layer of each hair strand is covered in tiny cuticles that look like shingles on a roof. Cold or cool water helps to seal these shingles down, making your hair look smooth, shiny, and strong. Hot water does the opposite. It blasts them open. When these cuticles are lifted, your hair strands create more friction against each other, leading to tangles, frizz, and breakage. An open cuticle also makes the hair shaft porous, so it absorbs too much water, swells up, and becomes structurally weak. So if you re-spending a lot of money on high-quality shampoos and conditioners, but then rinsing with scalding water, you are literally washing your investment down the drain. You're stripping your hair of its natural oils and physically damaging its structure at the same time. So, with all this damage, why are we so addicted to hot showers? There's a powerful psychological and biological hook at play. You've probably heard that taking a hot shower before bed helps you sleep. That's true, but not for the reason you think. It's not the heat itself that makes you sleepy. It's the rapid temperature crash that happens afterward. When you artificially heat up your body, you're overriding its natural temperature regulation. As soon as you step out of the shower, your core body temperature plummets as heat rapidly evaporates from your skin. This sudden drop mimics the natural dip in body temperature that happens at night, signaling to your brain that it's time to shut down for sleep. The problem here is twofold: dependency and timing. If you rely on this thermal crash every night to fall asleep, your body can actually down-regulate its own natural ability to cool itself down. You become dependent on an external trigger to get tired. But the bigger issue is for those who take hot showers in the morning. You re-triggering a go-to-sleep signal at the exact moment you need to be alert and awake. This contributes directly to that groggy, brain fog feeling that so many people struggle with until they've had their morning coffee. You are essentially using a sedative tool at the start of your day. So what's the solution? Do you have to suffer through ice-cold showers for the rest of your life? Absolutely not. For most people, that's just not sustainable. The answer is a simple, effective method called the contrast protocol. The goal is to get clean without stripping your skin's protective barrier, and to stimulate your body without stressing your heart. Here's how you do it. First, use tepid water warm, but not hot for the main cleaning part of your shower. Wash your hair, use your soap. Do whatever you need to do. This temperature is effective enough to clean you without melting your skin's natural oils. Once you're all rinsed off, you switch to the therapeutic phase. Turn the water to cold for just the last 30 to 60 seconds. This might sound intimidating, but it has incredible benefits. First, the cold water immediately seals the cuticles of your hair and the pores of your skin, locking in moisture instead of letting it evaporate. Your skin and hair will feel better instantly. Second, it causes healthy vasoconstriction, which flushes all that pooled blood from your legs and arms back towards your core and, most importantly, your brain. So instead of stepping out of the shower feeling dizzy with low blood pressure, you step out feeling alert, energized, and mentally sharp. Most people try to improve their health with diets or supplements, but they completely ignore the environment they immerse their entire body in for over 100 hours every single year. Hot showers feel like a comforting luxury, but your biology experiences them as a recurring stressor. They dissolve your skin's defenses, put a strain on your heart, and throw your natural body clock into confusion. The damage isn't immediate. It's cumulative, building up day after day. By simply dialing back the temperature for cleaning and finishing with a quick, cool rinse, you can transform a daily damaging habit into a powerful regenerative tool. You protect your body and boost your mind, all before you've even had your breakfast. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're dedicated to peeling back the layers on all the everyday habits you think are healthy, that might secretly be holding you back. Thanks for watching and stick around for more.